Good dag, welcome to the digital fair at Gustavsen. My name's Ben. Today we are going to go through the pen jaws, so the Axminster pen jaws. We're going to show you how they work and what they're good for. They're mostly for drilling, so if you're wanting to make pens like these displayed here, we can use these to grip the blank in preparation to glue the tubes when we're making pens. So I'm just going to show you how these work, and these will fit on all of the chucks, so they'll fit on our SK114, the SK100 and the SK80, so they'll fit all of the chucks, and they are really useful when you want to drill kind of longer sections of material. This is a bit of polyester, and we're going to slip them into the jaws here and just tighten up the chuck, and everything comes in and grabs all the way around on the full kind of diameter of here. We've got 8 points of contact, so 2 for each jaw, and this will grip 16 to 44 millimeters in a round. Okay, so before we get to drill, we are just going to put a little center mark on our blank. So using a skew chisel, when the project starts revolving, we can just find that center mark, and we're just going to push the very tip of that chisel in. Don't go too far or it usually catches, so we're just pushing from just outside center, we're just going to push into center and give ourselves a nice little lead in for our drill bit. And this is also a good way to check if everything's nice and central on the lathe. So we can bring our tool rest out the way now and lock that one off fully out the way, and we can bring our drill bit up too. Again, we lock that one off nice and solid on there. I'm going to grab a hold of the drill chuck and just start to bring this drill bit into our blank. And at the moment we get these lovely ribbons off the polyester. So I'm just going to back out of the cut just to release some of this material, so we can turn the lathe off and just remove some of that. Use a pencil or something sharp like a bradawl just to clear these little flutes, and we can carry on with our drilling. Like with all drilling, you sometimes get that little reverberation. We're going to now bring our tailstock in a bit further so we can drill right the way through this project, ready to take our tube from our pen. So again, just backing off, clear the swarf. We can then move our tailstock in a bit further and drill right the way through. So we just want to, like I say, clear this, make sure it's not getting stuck in the flutes of the drill bit, because they can create a lot of heat through friction, and because this is like a plastic, it could melt and block the flute, and then there's nowhere for the waste to go, and quite often that can break the polyester or acrylic blanks. So you just keep going with that until we've gone right the way through. We can take this one out, and we've got a really accurate drill hole, nice clean on the entry there. So that's ready for gluing up. This will also take squares, and I just want to show you, we've got a bigger piece here for to show some of the range. Again, this is for the square blanks. This will go from 16mm and just slightly less than the circular ones, up to 41mm. And we're going to do the same job. We're going to bring that drill bit right the way back out of the way so we don't touch on with the back of our hand. And we can just give ourselves that little lead in with the center mark. So again, make sure our sleeves are out of the way. We can come just outside of center with our skew chisel and just push into that center point, and then we're giving ourselves that little lead in, and that's going to help center the drill once we get drilling. Let me see if I've got my other drill bit here. There we go, got a nice big drill bit. These can sometimes get hot, so be careful as you're swapping drill bits and changing things around. So just grabbing on to our next drill bit, and I'm not sure if that's showing on camera, but where that center mark is, the drill bit is perfectly aligning to that point. That means everything's nice and central along the length of the lathe. So tool rest again just tucks out of the way, and we need to push this blank right to the back of where it's being held in the chuck. Again, bring your tailstock up as close as it will go, lock that one off, and then we're going to hold the chuck and start to drill in. But you can see how stable that is, how we've got no flexing on the drill bit, there's no kind of wobbling. Really nice and central drilling. Again, we're going to just slide our tailstock up too, so we've got more travel on the quill on the tailstock. So we're going quite deep into this this project blank now, and you can just see how stable that drill bit is. We've got no wobble. But I just want to show you this. Let's turn our lathe off again. Just want to show you how sometimes these drill bits can get a bit blocked, so we need to just remove this waste material, or that will just keep on building up, and again that can expand inside there and break your blank. So I have a bit further to go, and then we can lock off there. But a fantastic way of holding these blanks. Really nice grip, and these will do bigger projects. So if you're into other if you like the other projects, not just pens, this can be good for drilling holes in all sorts of different projects. There we go. Just going to turn that lathe off. Oops. Remove the material from our drill bit, and we can have a look at our blank. Good. So just want to show you this one. This is for the big chunky pens, or potentially like an Egger scope or something like that, and just look at how clean the exit was for the drill bit, and we got that perfectly drilled hole, perfectly central. This is going to save you lots of time on the pillar drill and things like that. So a really nice way of drilling holes ready for all manner of different project blanks. So thank you for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed that little clip on our Axminster pen turning jaws. Say yes.